Good evening and welcome to FSU Weather. I'm student meteorologist Ariana Whittick here, and we are going to be discussing Hurricane Ian and what is in store in the future across Florida. So as you saw, we can see the satellite imagery of it. We have winds at 120 miles per hour, so that signifies a major hurricane on that scale. And its eye is starting to kind of look a little bit disheveled. It did have a more definite eye in those earlier hours, but it has started to make that shift from the northern direction to the north-northeast, and it is moving at 10 miles per hour, but that is expected to start to slow down here in the coming days. Right now, look at our radar. We can see Hurricane Ian on the map, and we can see the outer bands have started to already work its way into the peninsula of Florida. So Miami, Tampa, Clearwater, even parts of Orlando are already seeing the rain and wind associated with Hurricane Ian. And this is going to continue over the next couple of days. So the Euro is predicting that this central part of Florida is going to see the heaviest bouts of rain at 15 to 20 inches potentially, all the way through Friday. But other parts of Florida are going to be seeing significant rainfall, so it is important to note that all across the peninsula of Florida is going to see lots of rain over the next 3 days. In terms of alerts through the area, we can see those active alerts, storm surge along those coastal areas. This brighter pink is indicative of storm surge warnings, and this lighter pink that we see stretching into Georgia are those storm surge watches. So right now across Florida into parts of Georgia and South Carolina, we do have tropical alerts. This blue shaded area is our tropical storm watches. The yellow part that is covering most of Florida is our tropical storm warnings. And this area in red in parts of central Florida is our hurricane warnings. So those areas are expected to experience some tropical storm force winds and even hurricane force winds because of that red area over the next couple of days as this system works ashore. So let's take a little bit of a timeline over Hurricane Ian. So right now it is sitting at a Cat 3 right now, and it is expected to strengthen before landfall into a Cat 4, but by the time it reaches land and going into Thursday, we can see that it is going to decrease into a Cat 1 and then a tropical storm over the next couple of days. But with that, it is going to really slow in movement, so these areas are going to see loads and loads of rainfall over and over for multiple days. So that is why we are expecting some significant rainfall amounts in central Florida. What you do need to know about Hurricane Ian, just a reminder, storm surge is very dangerous. You are wanting to stay informed for those tropical watches and warnings for your posted area issued by the National Weather Service. And then just a friendly reminder that Florida tolls have been suspended in 10 counties, predominantly in South and Central Florida. But closer to home here at FSU, we were able to go around and ask some students how they are preparing for Hurricane Ian. So we're going to send it to Genevieve and Evan for the Inside Scoop.
Hey there, I'm student meteorologist Genevieve Rejock.
And I'm student meteorologist Evan O'Regan.
And we're going around FSU's campus to ask students what they're doing to prepare for Hurricane Ian. How do you guys plan to prepare for Hurricane Ian?
I'm currently storing up food and going to the store just to get the supplies like water and fresh food to eat over the next couple days.
Yeah, we got a bunch of non-perishables.
We're going home.
So where is home?
It is like 2.5 hours west. It's still in the Panhandle.
We have a burner, and it doesn't require any plug-ins or anything like that. So
we're gonna fill up our laundry with some water.
Yeah, we'll fill up our wash with
Very
some water
good.
for just in case the toilets go out.
Bought a couple of food that you just store in the pantry.
Yep, that's good.
So, and we limited what we bought for the fridge. So we did that 2 days ago.
Do you have any family in Florida that might be affected?
I have family in Orlando.
They prepared it all in Orlando? Do they have non-perishable food, a generator maybe, or are they just riding it out?
They probably have non-perishable food, and I think they're just gonna ride it out. They're not evacuating or anything.
I'm going home to help my family.
And where is home?
Orlando.
Is this your first tropical system that you've been through?
Oh, absolutely not. I'm from South Florida, so it got a lot worse.
Back at the UAS building. So, Evan, what are you doing to prepare for the hurricane?
So my roommates and I actually have already gotten all the supplies we need. We've gotten some non-perishables. We have sandbags too, because we're on a ground floor apartment. So if we get a lot of heavy rainfall, it's going to flood towards the door, and the seal on the door on the bottom is not good at all. We actually have bugs that come in under the door.
Terrible.
So if it gets high enough, the water could come in under the door and flood us. So we got some sandbags to protect against that. We have some batteries. So
Portable chargers?
Yes, portable chargers are good.
Great.
Yep, those are ready. So we're ready just in case of anything that comes our way.
Great. And
So-
hopefully it won't be so much, but
Yeah, but we're ready. We're ready for anything. Gotta
Yes.
always stay prepared for any situation that might arise.
I agree. I agree.
And what are you doing to prepare, Genevieve?
Well, Evan, actually, I am going home tomorrow morning.
Huh? And where's home?
So home is Miami.
Okay.
So I'm going down towards a little bit of rain, a lot more rain than what we're experiencing here in Tallahassee. But yeah, the hurricane will not be going through Miami, though they will be seeing a lot of outer bands of
Yes.
rain.
So that's really going home to help out the family, help them prepare.
Yes.
Make sure they're doing okay.
Yes,
So-
and make sure that the pets are okay and
Yes.
they're not scared, because we do need to protect our pets as
Yes,
well
that's
as our
always important.
people.
Never forget your pets. They're always very important.
Yes, yes.
Um,
But anyways, we hope that you guys stay safe. Continue watching FSU Weather to get all the latest updates.
That's right. Stay safe, everybody.
And here I am again. We are very lucky, Evan and I, and Ariana as well, to have gone out to the field into FSU campus to interview some really, really great students that were actually getting quite prepared, a lot more than I expected. Some definitely going to stay here, hunker down, but overall, we're very, very thankful we got to interview those students. I do want to bring us back to the current storm and back to what is happening in the Tampa Bay area. Now, evacuation. That is something that I really, really want to stress tonight. If you do happen to be in that region of the Tampa Bay area, and if you are given an evacuation notice, please follow that rule. Another thing that we really want to make sure that you guys have on you is your to-go bag. So when the storm does hit and energy gets knocked out, we want to make sure that you have those portable chargers and all those batteries and things that you need to survive. But we will get into that in a bit. Follow those evacuation orders. Another thing, make sure that your pets are safe. I don't want to see anyone's pets ending up in a shelter down the street. We want to make sure that you have that food for your pets, those crates, anything, any bags that they need, anything specific for your pet so that no harm is caused to them. I know a lot are afraid of the rain, so please prepare for them as well as yourself. And lastly, please, if you do plan on driving away from the storm, and if you are doing that, I really hope you're doing that right now before the storm happens, I really want to make sure that you follow the correct evacuation route. Now, going back to that to-go bag, I really want to make sure that you have those flashlights on you. So with those flashlights, you need extra battery. When that energy goes out, and if you don't have a generator, you really are left with nothing but what's on you. And I don't know how many of you guys have candles that will light up the entire home, so flashlights is an amazing thing. Non-perishables, that is something we saw and heard a lot about in the interviews with our students. Make sure you have those canned goods as well as dried things. Anything that does not require a microwave or a stove top that is energy powered. Bottled water is something great. If you don't have the bottles, make sure you fill up whatever you have that will hold enough water in case of any kind of emergency. Extra cash is always good. Hygiene is always great. Now, another thing I want to get into is that evacuation zone. So here we have the Tampa Bay area, and you see the red. Here we have Pinellas County. We have Manatee County down here and Hillsborough County right in the thick of it. So we are seeing that red region, and if you are in that red zone, Zone A, which many of those counties do have a chunk in that red zone, that is under mandatory evacuation order. So please know where you are, know your zone, and know where you need to go. Thankfully, the emergency management department for Pinellas County and all of Florida is staying on top of that. So please check out their website, check out the resources to know where you lie in terms of the zone. Now, another thing that is very, very important going through storms, hurricanes, not just now, but always to come, is storm surge. Now, Tampa Bay is on the coast, and Unlucky for them, with this storm coming right through their area, they will be seeing a lot of storm surge. So that is when the water is rising far, far above your head and coming into the homes, flooding the streets, flooding the neighborhoods. So we really want to be careful. Like I showed you before on that map of that evacuation zone map, Pinellas County, that is really in the thick of it, at least a small amount of it, they can be seeing possibly up to 9 feet of storm surge. So that is really, really high, clearly above our heads of not only us adults, but especially of us, of our siblings, our young siblings, young family members. So we really want to make sure that we have our sandbags to hold in the home as best as we can and take shelter as best as we can as that water comes right on through. Now, for our facts that we want you to know about these systems, these tropical systems that are coming our way, not only now, but possibly more to come, and for all the years to come, we want to make sure that if you do have any last-minute preparations, now is the time. Last minute is currently right now for you guys in Central Florida, as you will be seeing that go through the storm going through your area tomorrow night. Please make sure that if you have shutters available to you on your home windows, please make sure that those are closed. If you don't, plywood is great. Anything that you can find to board up those windows to maintain your safety is very, very crucial. Don't just listen to me, but please listen to your local emergency management department as well as your local NWS office as well, your National Weather Service office. Please, of course, prepare that emergency backpack for not only yourself, but for your family members as well. We want to make sure that you and everyone around you is safe. And if you have any friends that you know that are not taking the precautions, please inform them as best as you can. Now, for if you plan to ride out the storm and stay home, and if you are in the line of fire, if you are in the area to come, please, the best advice that I can give you is to stay in the room on the lowest level of your home with no windows. So no windows around, so that if any lightning strikes or if any debris comes your way, that the windows won't crash. We want you in a room safe and sound. Stay away from those windows. They can be very, very harmful. And of course, if the eye does pass over you, please stay indoors. I know a lot of you all may not have had a storm in the Tampa Bay area for a long, long time, and really would love to get a great picture or video to send to your friends or family members or show, hey, look, I'm riding out this storm. But that is not the best thing to do. We want to make sure that you are safe before anything else happens, and you can do that by staying in touch with your local NWS services, listening to your local government officials, and really being safe and thinking of the best solutions to the problem. Thank you all so much for listening to this special edition, the special Tuesday edition of Hurricane Ian. We do want to make sure that if you are in the line of storms, that you are getting the best coverage possible, following us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube at FSU Weather. We will be streaming live on FSU Weather YouTube channel tomorrow at 4 p.m. to get the best updates. So stay tuned for then. Other than that, stay safe, everyone, and have a great night.